Not by Green. All right.
We tried.
As we're going to come back in this one here. We got 11:30 on the clock. Club Passion up 46-38 right now as Jared has it here in the post. He's going to dish around. Get it out there. Pass it down to Xavier. Brower tries to find him. Xavier bobbles it but saves it. Back out to Brower who pump fakes. Out to Pelt, and Pelt in corner three. Not able to knock that down. He gets the rebound though. He gets over to Xavier. Head fakes. Fade away. Greta gets a hand on it for the block. As Yale there gets the rebound. That's been the story of the game. Barbecue Chicken has not gotten any scoring really out of anyone besides. That's going to be a foul on that one by Hendricks. As they have struggled to get scoring outside of Jarrett there. So that's really going to be something you're going to need to change there if you're going to be able to get a win in this one. As Greta gets it down low, goes up with the two, and not able to make that one there. As he passed it down to Jarrett on the lob, finds him. Easy assist on that one there. As it is now down to 6 points here, so they're coming back in this one. Down to 10.5 minutes left in this game here. As we got Christian with it, shoots the mid-range and knocks that down. So like I said, the past two games, Christian's really coming to his own, especially on the playmaking side. As he now, I think between the two games, has 12 assists, if I'm not mistaken, if I can remember how many he got last week there. As Jared misses the two, Dextraze there with the rebound. He's pushing the break, tries to get Diaguardia, overshoots him a little bit too much sauce on that pass. So he'll be doing some subs here. As we got Greta and Yale subbing out, we got Capone and Justin checking in there for Club Passion. As it's an 8-point game, we're down to about 10 minutes left in this one. As Hendricks there, fadeaway jumper, no good. He has been ice cold tonight, 0 for 6 from 3 and 1 for 2 from the 2. As Diaguardia there knocks down the 3 on the assist from Dextraze. So yeah, shout out to you guys in the YouTube chat. Sorry about the technical issues there so far in this one. But we got you back here in the most important part of the game as we're here in the second half. This game has definitely been back and forth. Jarrett, hard to contain here for Club Passion, but on Club Passion's end, pretty even scoring per usual out of this side. Christian being the main ball handler there, number 2 on Club Passion, as Dextraze has done good on his own 2 there, leading the pack there in scoring, as we got Capone with it here up at the top. It's Capone there going up against Hendricks. Finds Christian over to Diaguardia. Diaguardia not able to make the 2 though on that one. That was close there. Hendricks brings in the rebound as he gives it to Brower. It's Hendricks, it might be someone that want to give him space there. As Jarrett's one-on-one against Dextraze. Hook shot, not able to make that there as Dextraze is able to tighten up there on defense and force the miss on that one. As he's bringing it up here, going up against Xavier. Has the size matchup here. He takes the shot, not able to make that there. As Brower there gets the rebound, he's going down the court and gets the 2 on that one, the fast break. It is now a 7-point game here.
One stop, come on, one stop.
Shouts out Ophelia. Thank you for the forgiveness there. Like I said, yeah, it's kind of out of control. It's internet issues here. As Diaguardia there misses the 2. As we got Brower here, head full of steam going down court, passes that out into the hands of Justin there for the steal. As they get out to Diaguardia in the corner, he knocks down the 3. Dextraze there with the assist. As it is now a double-digit lead here for Club Passion, as it looks like they are going to make their way in here to continue with that number 1 spot. As Hendricks goes for the 2, not able to make that. Continuing to have a cold day here so far. As we got Christian here with it, he's going down the court, misses a shot, rebounds it though, goes back up and misses that there. A lot of contact, no call there by the ref. As we're gonna have Pelton here bringing it up. Pelton driving, full court, not able to make the layup there. We're down to now 7 minutes here as Capone has the ball. Capone driving right. Down Dextraze, and Dextraze there makes it for the nice easy 2. Capone with the assist on that one. As Harris is going to be bringing up the ball here for Barbecue Chicken. They're going to make something happen as they're down 12 now. Momentum not going their way. Just one timeout. As Jared goes there, gets the 2 there, even over the contested defense there. So it's now back down to 10 points. As Club Passion still holding this lead. Like I said, number 2 option has not shown up here for Barbecue Chicken. They're going to make something happen there if they're going to want to win this one. As Club Passion there gives it over to Justin, back up to Capone here. They might try to take their time a little bit on offense as they have a little bit of a lead. As Christian gets down to Justin for the and 1 there. Yep, as the brotherly connection works there. As that's going to be Hendricks there picking up his 4th foul. As Justin's going to go to the line for the and 1 free throw, a second and 1 here of the game so far. That brotherly connection working out on that one as he makes that one there. As we got MJ here subbing in for Hendricks. 13-point game. We're down to about 5:50 left in this one here. As we got Jared here. He gets a pick over from Xavier. He's going baseline. Spins. Layup. Good on that one. So like I said, he is hard to stop there. They tried to put some bigger defenders on him. They had Greta on him earlier. And now Dextraze. They've gotten a few stops here and there, but overall he's still doing a good job on the offensive end for Jared there. Like I said, they're still going to need someone else to go off there to make something happen as Brower is going to foul him on that one. As that's going to be Justin going to the line for 2 more free throws. 2 for 2 so far. So we're going to see if he can continue that perfect streak there from the line. We're down to now 5 minutes here. It's a 59-48 game here as he misses the first one there. See if he can knock down the second one here. Barbecue Chicken here also only played with 6 compared to 8 here. That's in for Club Passion. So stamina here has definitely got to be a point in contention for how possibly this game has gone so far, as Harris has it in the corner. Down to Jared. Jared goes up with the layup for the 2 as they're going to keep feeding the hot hand. As Jared here has pretty much been the Joel Embiid here for Barbecue Chicken so far this season and continues to do so as he is at 15 rebounds and 24 points here. He almost has half of Barbecue Chicken scoring here in this game as Diaguardia has it here at the top. Starts to get doubled there on the shade, but resets up at the top. He's going against Pelton here. Finds Dextraze, who pulls the 3. Not able to make that there as Brower there gets the rebound. I would say Dextraze, not a crazy game as scoring as much, at least not compared to last week, but has 3 steals, so he's coming up big on the defensive end there for Club Passion. As Jared there passes the MJ out to Brower. Brower pulls the 3. Not able to make that there as Dextraze pulls down the rebound. As like I said, outside of Jared, they've just been struggling to find a number 2 option here as Christian has it here. Going up against here, gets the pick from Dextraze, driving to his left, passes out to his brother Justin, who pulls the 3, not able to make that there. Capone fights for the board, not able to make the 2, rebounds his own shot again. And that's going to be a timeout there for Club Passion. Smart one on that one, as he was about to get doubled there under the basket. So we're down to 3:13. Both teams are down to 1 timeout here, as this game is coming down close here, 50-60 game. For now, yeah. Club Passion here has the lead so far, and they're going to want to hold on to this one here. So like I said, Capone definitely showing himself as the captain. Not doing crazy. Not doing crazy on the scoring end, but great job on the defensive end with a steal and a block so far, and he has 4 rebounds. And you saw from that last play, great toughness and hustle on that one to be able to get that rebound. Gets his own missed shot and then goes up there, calling the smart timeout. Like I said, that's why he's the captain of this team here, as Capone is going to make a great case for himself to be captain of the year here for these teams, as they have been unstoppable here, as Diaguardia knocks the 3 down on that one. That's his 5th 3. He has been on point here from beyond the arc here so far. As Xavier gets down to Jared there. Pass out to MJ. MJ with the 3, not able to make that. Jared with another rebound there. As they find Brower. Brower pulls it, and he makes that one there. As like I said, that's more the Brower we're used to, as he was one of the league's best 3-point shooters last year. So like I said, Brian, I definitely agree. He's definitely one of the fundamentals. Good shooting stroke, good fundamentals, and good basketball IQ there is really what helps set Capone apart here as one of the better players in this league, as we have a quick steal there coming in out of nowhere, as Capone, the one who just passed it, as Capone gets over to Christian to Diaguardia. Diaguardia not able to make that one. MJ with the rebound, as he's going to get it over to Brower. We're down to 2 minutes here, so Barbecue Chicken's really going to need to make something happen here, while also coming up with some stops on defensive end here, as they find Brower here at the top. He's going to be surveying his options there, as Hendrick gets it up top there, over to Harris. Harris going to pump fake, gets it to MJ. MJ gets picked up by Capone. He has to pass out to Jared. Jared takes the 3, not able to make that there, as Diaguardia there fights for the rebound. As Diaguardia tries to get it in to Capone, not able to, as MJ gets in the passing lane there for the steal, as they give it over to Harris. Harris driving through, down to Jared. Jared out to Brower. Tries to pass it out. Capone gets a hand on it there to knock it out of bounds. They're going to keep possession.
We could have had like 60. Canley is also goated. You guys shout outs.
Yeah, listen, it's the Capone fan club. They've been coming in clutch the past 2 weeks, and you guys have been doing a great job of supporting the streams here, which is very much appreciated. And sadly for announcer of the year, there's no other competition here, so I don't think there will be an award, but I'll gladly take the recognition for it there. There's going to be a foul on that one there, as that's going to be on Christian there for the foul.
Yeah. Did you see the chat?
I am, yeah.
What time is an exclusive DLC?
Gotta lock him down as an analyst for the 2025
As we're going to have free throws here for Hendricks. As much as I could, there was so much happening in such a high-stakes game like this, you know. There's only so much to recap there. As he makes misses the first one there, sorry. Is he has 2 more free throws to take there, if I'm not mistaken, as he was beyond the arc there when he got fouled on that one. Makes the second one there. And CV can knock down this last one here. It's now down to 9 points. And he does not there. Capone pulls in the rebound. So he's going to slow it down here. Like I said, they're probably going to try to run some clock as they're holding on to this lead here so far. As Capone has it, he gets it over to Christian here. Christian tries to get it out. MJ gets in the passing lane for the steal. Passes to Jared. Jared pulls the 3. Not able to make that there. Brower, though, is going to get the rebound. Passes it out to MJ. We're down to a minute left in this one. MJ, 3-pointer. Not able to knock that down as Dextraze there pulls in the rebound. And that might be all she wrote. Dextraze gets it to Justin, who misses. But Dextraze there gets the rebound and the putback on that one there. As Xavier now pulls a 3. And not able to make that there. Unlucky on that one there. But like I say, he's not much of a shooter there. Originally, as Brower knocks down the 3 there. as it is now a 8-point game here. So we're at least bring it back down to single digits. As we're going to have Diaguardia here with the ball. We'll see if they'll foul, as they have a foul to give. They find Capone. Capone passes it out to Dextraze, and it looks like that is going to be your game here, as Club Passion here pulls off the 57-65 win here. So if I'm not mistaken, that keeps them undefeated here on the season. As Barbecue Chicken there finally picks up a loss there as well. Like I said, do 4 minutes. Yeah, do 4 minutes. As like I said, this is going to be a big one, as this might decide seeding, especially from Barbecue Chicken's sense here, as they're going to come down a little bit in their point differential, and that might be a deciding factor there if they end up getting the 2 seed or maybe the 4 seed here come playoff time. Either way, though, Club Passion seems like they're going to be putting themselves in the driver's seat here for this league. But remember, we have one more week of regular season before heading into the playoffs. And with the playoffs, you can never fully tell what's going to happen, especially when you have teams that maybe on the record-wise don't look that amazing, and a team like Lob City, but on paper and from previous experience with them, they are one of the best teams that we have here in this league. So they're definitely one that you are not going to want to sleep on here. But these two teams here both showed you that we might have some crazy playoff games in store coming in these later rounds with these two teams going up against each other, though. Either way, though, we are going to check up with you here in a few minutes for the start of our next game here. It's going to be our 35-plus league, as we have the free agents going up against Still Got It. As on the other court, on twitch.tv/Iron Peak Adult Leagues, we are going to have Italian Stallions going up against the Avengers there, if I'm not mistaken. As on that court as well, it seems like Nothing Personal lost 71-80 to Lob City. So Lob City, like I said, a team you got to watch out for, as they're starting to heat up late in the season, and they're going to be trying to make their way up in those playoff seedings, and that's going to be big matchup-wise once you get to the first round. Because if you remember last season, had a big upset, as last year, and I think 2 years ago, we had big upsets. As remember, 2 seasons ago, Dirty Mike and the boys the Stallions ended up beating the Basketball Sacks there as the number 2 seed there. So definitely chance by any one of these teams to really make a difference. Either way, though, we will check back up with you here in a few minutes for this next game. As for Brian in the comment section there, we have one more regular season game. Next week is going to be the last week of the regular season, and then that would lead us into the playoffs. For any updates on playoff seeding or anything like that, feel free to check out our Instagram at Iron Peak Adult Leagues on Instagram. That's also going to have the links to our stat page, our Twitch stream, and this YouTube stream as well. So, feel free to check out all of those. That'll keep you up to date on player of the week standings, and then also with the stat page, like I said, you can take a look at stat leaders. That's like I said, with some of these teams, especially here with the Capone crew here in the chat, as they definitely are going to have to keep track, as with a top team like that, you're always going to have some top performers there. Either way, though, folks, we will check back with you here in a minute for the start of this 35-plus game. as we are going to start up this next game here. As both teams here are trying to set their starting lineups here. The free agents here are playing with only 5 players though. So they're going to be absolutely gassed in this game here. As on the other side, Still Got It, I think has a good 10 people if I'm not mistaken. So they have a full set of reserves there to go through in this game. What? No. Sorry, free agents have 4 and not 5 actually. So they'll be able to play 4v5. So they'll actually be down 1 player here. As it's going to be a 4-on-5 here. As Wentz tips off there. As Nick is going to get it there for the free agent crew. As Fendor takes the 3, not able to knock that down. As Justice there gets the rebound, he's going to be bringing it up. As stolen on that one by Fedor there as well. So he puts up a stat in the defensive category. As Randall's going to take the 3, not able to knock that one down. That's going to go out of bounds there. You look for Still Got It. They're going to be starting Paul this week. If you remember, Paul put an absolutely bonkers defensive stat line up last week as he had, if I'm not mistaken, 4 steals and 2 blocks. So that quality game from him earned him a spot in the starting lineup this week here. As also this week, Justice, who put up a good game of his own, he was on our underrated stat lines of this past week, starting in the starting lineup as well, as Paul takes the open 3 and he's going to knock that down. As Keith there gets the assist. As Randall here is going to have the ball at the top. He gets the pick there. As Fedor there takes the 3, not able to knock that down there. Justice there with the rebound. He's going to be pushing it on the fast break. Goes up and makes the 2 there through the contact. Now a 5-0 start here for him. As like I said, they're going to struggle here playing 4v5. As Randall gets out to Fedor. Fedor pulls the 3, knocks that one down. As Randall there gets the assist. As they got Landgraf here bringing the ball up. Using the big man here to bring the ball up. As he's going to find Justice over to Jeremy. Back to Landgraf. Landgraf taking the 3, and he knocks that one down. Keith gets another assist on that one. As Randall here has the ball. Gets it out to Fellows. Fellows pulls the 3. Not able to make that there. Landgraf with the rebound. He has it here. He gets it over to Keith. Keith pulls the 3 there. Not able to make that as Pace gets the rebound. Keith takes another 2. Misses that one there. Randall with the rebound. You know, Keith is pretty much the main shot taker here for this Still Got It team. Not always the most efficient. Doesn't take many 3s either, but pulled one on that one there. As Randall's going to have it here. He gets it over to Fellows. Fellows up there, gives it back to Randall. Randall pulls the 3. Not able to make that there. As Pates, no, he's not. He's on the other one. As Pates misses the shot there. Finds Justice. Justice goes up with it and makes the 2 on that one through the tough defense. As Pates picks up his first assist there for Still Got It. It is a 10-3 game here. First 3 minutes. As Randall here is going to bring it up. Gives it over. Nicholas driving out to Fedor. Fedor to Fellows. Fellows pulls the 3. Not able to make that there as Pates gets the rebound. As he almost loses it there, and that goes out of bounds. This could be a turnover there. As free agents here are going to have the ball here.
Green ball, green.
As they're going to give it over there. We got Fedor with it here at the top. He gives it over to Nicholas. This is my first time seeing him play. As usually, the last game I saw with them, they were down a few people as well. He was not one of the people playing for them that game. As Fedor takes the 3, not able to make that there. Pates gets the rebound. And he's going to be bringing it up, finds Landgraf. Landgraf thought about it but doesn't take it. As Pates gets it out to Justice for the 3. Justice not able to make that there. Pates with the rebound. Gets it, finds Paul. Paul takes the 3, not able to make that. no basket on that one. As Pates here is going to be handling inbound duties. He finds Keith. Keith here up top. Over to Landgraf. Landgraf in the corner. Thinks about it. Decides to take it. That's a 2, and he knocks that down. Had a foot on the line there. So that's a 2, but they now have a 12-3 lead here so far in this one. As this result's not too particularly surprising at the moment, especially when you're playing 4v5 here. As Nicholas takes the 3, he knocks down the deep shot on that one. As that's his first points of the game there. It's now a 6-12 game as Pates finds Landgraf down low. He pump fakes, tries to pass it out. Fedor there gets the steal on that one. There's a second steal there as he gives it to Randall. Randall driving. Pates knocks it loose there. He didn't go up with the shot. Justice here bringing it up. Layup and good on that one. As Justice showing off on the offensive end. Like I said, this first game of the year was playing last week and scored double digits in that one. I think was the team's second leading scorer, maybe the leading scorer on that team. And he has shown that so far as he's leading them in scoring so far here with 6 points. As that's going to be a foul there. Shot does not count. As Paul there is going to pick up the foul on that one. So we got Nicholas here with the ball, gets over to Fedor, who takes the 3. Not able to make that there. And we got Keith here bringing it up here for Still Got It. As they pass it over to Paul. Paul pump fakes, tries to find Landgraf, puts a little too much mustard on that pass there, and that's going to go out of bounds. As Still Got It there. Like I said last week, they've worked their way from the bottom of the leaderboard, and I think now they're second on there. They've worked their way in here up the leaderboard. As they've gotten some chemistry down here, they've really made a difference. So they might be one of the team's Greens free agent. As Randall here is going to be bringing up the ball. He gets the pick there from Nicholas. Finds Fedor there, pick from Randall. Back down to Randall in the post. He spins around the bigger defender and gets that there. As Malcolm picks up the foul there. And Randall's going to go to the line for his and 1 free throw here. He's going to try to make this a 5-point deficit here for him. And misses that one there, and Landgraf there gets the rebound. He's going to be bringing it up here for Still Got It. Yep. Or he only shot 1. It was and 1. As Malcolm there takes the 3, not able to make that there. Paul there gets the rebound. They're moving it around there. Malcolm to Justice. Justice backing down his man. Fade away 2. He's not able to make that there. As Randall there gets the rebound. He's going to be bringing it up here for the free agent crew. As he hop steps, layup, not able to make that there. Ends up in Paul's hands there for the rebound. As Malcolm here is bringing it over to Landgraf. Landgraf with the 2, and he knocks that one down. Malcolm there with the assist. It's now a 16-8 game here. We're down to 12 minutes left in this first half. As Randall gets the pick there. Passes it over to Fedor. Fedor pulls it, not able to make that there. Paul gets the rebound there. He's been doing a great job on the boards here so far. Keith pulls up the pull-up midi, not able to make that there. As Fedor here is bringing it up after getting the rebound, pass it to Randall. Randall, open three-pointer. A little too much on that one there, as that's going to be a miss. As Keith there gets it in transition. Phil with the assist on that one. Now an 18-8 game here. Still Got It here, has the lead. They have it here. He had fake, starts to drive to his right. On the Randall. Randall pulls, not able to make that there. Justice with the rebound. As he's going to be bringing it up here. Passes it to Malcolm, to Landgraf. Landgraf pump fakes and shoots it and makes the midi on that one. As Landgraf is 4 for 4 from the field, with one of those being a 3, as he has been efficient here so far for Still Got It. Haven't seen much of him playing, I think, besides the first week of the season. They might need to see more of him there, as he could be a key contributor for them down the line there. As Fellows misses the 3, we got Malcolm here getting the rebound as he's bringing it up. Tries to get to Justice. Put a little bit too much heat on that one, as that one goes out of bounds there. We got Landgraf and Paul subbing out. We got Kristen and Amit checking in here. And Paige checking in for Justice there. It's a 20-8 game here. We're down to 9.5 minutes left in this first half. As Randall here is going to be bringing it up. Randall gets it over to Fedor there. Pump fakes. Trying to find someone to get it to. Gets it over to Randall at top. Back to Fellows as they're trying to do a quick passing game here to get some openings. As Randall gets it, he drives. Fouled on that one by Keith. And that's going to be 2 at the line there. Who is? The bald guy? That's because he got his jersey after the rest of them did. As Randall there makes the first free throw there. He's even knocked down the second one here. And does 2 for 2 at the line there for Randall. It's now a 20-10 game here. Malcolm going to be leading the charge here. We're Still Got It. Starts the drive. He pulls the mid-range. Not able to make that there. Pates with the rebound. As Phil there knocks down the 3 on that one. Pates there with the assist, as that is Malcolm's bread and butter there for that team. As for his size, he is very good at shooting the ball there. A team with guys like Landgraf, they actually have pretty good face-up bigs there. As behind the back pass to Randall, not able to get that there. As there's a steal there for Fendor. As he goes over. Was number 5 was one that scored? Or was it the white guy? Under the basket, Randall? Perfect. As that was off the missed shot, a putback in on that one. No, they made it. It was a 2. Okay. As Fedor has it here, he gets over to Nicholas, who head fakes there. Amit, nice job on defense there as he knocks that loose. Keep possession, though, there for Free Agent Crew. Scooter, first of all, welcome to the stream here for our league here. Playing 4v5 as just the Free Agent Crew's lacking guys there. And that's going to be a foul there for Amit there. It's going to be on the floor, though. Yeah, so the reason why I'm playing 4v5 is they're just down on people here tonight, for example. And based on New Jersey rules here for basketball, they are still able to play. As long as you have 4 on your team, you're still good to play. So that is what is happening here. As Fedor there makes the 2 on that one. It's now a 14-25 game here. As like I said, they're just playing a little bit light here as Malcolm takes the 3, not able to make that there. Amit with the rebound, but loses that there. As Randall here's got the ball at the top, they get it over to Nicholas here. Nicholas looking around, is able to find Fedor. Fedor is here. They're showing 2 defenders on him. Fedor pulls the 3. Not able to make that there as Pates pulls down the rebound. And Kristen there gets the 2 on that one, getting around the defense on that one. Now 27-14 game here. .14 game here. As Nicholas now pulls the 3, shoots that over the backboard there, so that's going to go out of bounds there. So they lose possession. As Pates is telling his teammate Teddy Wong to check in the game here. He wants him to get him some minutes here. As Pates has it, he gets it over to Keith. Keith out to Kristen. Kristen for the 3, not able to knock that down. As Randall there ends up with the rebound there. As he's going to push the pace here. Euro, but blocked by Pates on that one. As we're going to have Pates here subbing out for Teddy there. A little confusion there with the substitutions there, but they got it going now as Nicholas takes a corner 3. It's a little too much on that one there as Paul here is going to get the rebound. Paul is going to be bringing it up over to Amit who pulls the 2. He's not able to make that. Fedor there gets the rebound. And the free agent crew there is going to take their first time out of the game. It's 27-14 here. 4:36 left in this first half here. As Scooter as well, we also have an Instagram page there for everything. So if you're curious on how the season's gone so far, we keep track of standings and top performers for each week with some MVPs. And that also has our links to not only our Twitch, which we have another game going on there at twitch.tv/Iron Peak Adult Leagues, but we also have our stat website on there, which we keep season stats there for each one of our IPBL seasons that we have here. As Logan, yes, he struggling so far. He's only 1 for 3 though from the 3-point arc, or shooting in general. So Nicholas, he's missed his last 2 shots, but he definitely has a chance to get back in this one. Don't want to count him out there. It's like I said, it's not easy when you're playing 4v5 here. They're playing with another extra player. As free agency are going to start with the ball here. We're down to about 4.5 minutes left in this first half. He gives it over to Randall. Randall up here. He's getting defended by Amit there. And Paul finds Fedor. Fedor pump fakes down to Fellows there, and Fellows gets the 2 on that one. Fedor with the assist there. It's now a 27-16 game here. As to be honest, Logan, I haven't seen much of him. I think this is only his second game playing. So I don't know much of his game. So this is kind of my first game to get a little bit of an impression of him. But either way, you know, you can't leave everything down to one game in there. As Fedor makes the 3 on that one to make it now a 19-27 game. It is now single digits here for the deficit for free agent crew as they're clawing their way back here. As Malcolm shoots the 3 from the top, not able to make that there. Randall gets the rebound. As Randall has it here. He's going to be trying to find an opening here. Pick from Nicholas. Passes it out to Fedor. Fedor, another deep 3, testing his luck. Not able to make that there as Amit gets the rebound. As Amit gets it over to Teddy, to Malcolm. Tries to find Kristen. Kristen bobbles it, but holds on to possession. As Malcolm tips it over to Paul there. Paul has an untied shoe there. He's got to tie those. As Teddy takes the 3. Not able to knock that down. Kristen with the rebound. Goes up and not able to make that either. As Paul tried to put that back up and in, not able to make that there. As we're going to have Kristen here subbing out. Pates is going to be checking back in here for Still Got It. We're down to about 2:50 left in this one. As Randall's bringing it up. Gets it down, and Amit there got a hand on it for the steal. As he would bring it up, overthrows it, then that's going to be a turnover there. As now we have Landgraf checking in here. And he's going to be checking in for Meat here. Meat's going to be coming to the sideline. Yeah, Logan, shout out to you. I appreciate it. Just trying to do my best here. Give a good experience while watching these games that we got going on here. As Randall is going to be bringing the ball up here for the free agent crew. As he's going to pass it over to Fedor. Down to Nicholas. Nicholas pump fakes, and that's going to be a foul. Not able to make that there. So that's going to be 2 at the line there. That one you definitely couldn't debate there. As you could hear the slap from over here on that one. As Nicholas is going to be taking 2 here at the line. As we'll see if he can make these here. We're down to about 2 minutes left in this first half. As he makes the first one there. Let's see if he can make the second one here. It's now back down to 7 points here. He's going to try to knock it down to 6 here. As he does not there, Malcolm is going to get the rebound. Gives it over to Pates. As they were the big man dynamic duo a few weeks ago. As they're both doing so good, rocking the same number as well. We almost couldn't keep track of who was who there. As Pates gets it out to Malcolm. Malcolm pulls the three, not able to make that. Paul with the rebound. He's going to get fouled on that one. As Fellows there is going to pick up the foul. And Paul's going to be taking 2 here at the line. 4 still got it. Make sure to stop the clock at 1 minute. As he misses the first one there. Not enough on that one. Pulled a Dwight Howard on that one there, shooting it a little bit short of the rim. See if he can knock down the second one here. And misses the second one there. Randall secures the rebound as he's going to be pushing it up here. We're down to about 55 seconds here. Passes it over to Nicholas. He's trying to find an opening. Picks up his dribble, finds Fellows there. Fellows pulls the three, not able to make that there as Pates gets the rebound. He's now at 8 for the game here. As he gets it over to, try to get it over to Paul. Malcolm ended up being in the way, so he ended up just taking it there. As Landgraf finds Pates there, over to Malcolm. Malcolm open in the corner from the three-point arc, and he makes that. Pates with the assist on that one. So like I said, that's Malcolm's bread and butter there. He is going to be a knockdown shooter here for your team. As we're down to 20 seconds, 30-20 game here, as the free agent's going to take the last shot, and Randall's probably going to be the one to take it here. We'll see what they try to work up here. He's going to be getting a pick, double pick there, as he's going to his left, trying to find an opening. Can't find someone, finds Fellows. Fellows looking around. They're down to 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's a steal by Pates. So that is going to send us into halftime. Set it for 3 minutes. It is going to be a 30-20 lead here. 4 still got it, as they are going to try to continue working their way in here towards the top of our 35-plus league. Either way, though, folks, we will check back with you here in a few minutes for the start of our second half. As we are going to start this one coming back into the second half here. As for anyone at home here watching the NBA playoffs there, Pacers are up 118-109 here right now, about 3:50 left in that one. Now it's 112-118. As the Knicks are roaring back here, we're going to see if they're going to be able to make their magic happen here again. As Pacers got a quick 2 there. Halliburton gets it there. As we're now going to make our way over here into the actual game action here as Landgraf takes the 3, and he knocks that one down. Justice with the assist. So now it's for 33-20 lead here, as they're going to have Fedor bringing it up. As Fedor there off the foot of Keith there, so Keith's going to get credited with the steal on that one. As Justice here bringing it up, not able to make the layup there on that one. Fedor there gets the rebound. As Fedor's bringing it up, takes the deep three, not able to make that there. Pates with the rebound.
There's 9 guys on the roster.
I don't know. As they're going to say it's the free agent's ball that's going to be a turnover there. As for the playoff game, 120-114, Pacers holding the lead here still, down to 3 minutes in that one. So either way, back to this game here, we're going to have Randall here bringing up the ball for the free agent crew. As he's going to be picking up his dribble there, trying to find an opening. Finds Nicholas. Nicholas for the three, not able to make that there. As Keith there gets the rebound, he's going to be pushing the break. Resets here, he's going to try to find an opening. Tries to find Paul. Fellows gets a hand on it there. So that is going to go out of bounds there. They're going to keep possession though. As Pace is trying to find someone to get it to. Finds Justice down low in the post. Passes out to Landgraf. Landgraf shoots the three. Not able to make that there. Nicholas with the rebound. As that was Landgraf's first missed shot of the game here. He was perfect 5 for 5 there before that. As we have Nicholas here with the ball. Pates gets a hand on it for the steal. As Pates here is going to be bringing it up though. They're passing around. Pates gets the 2 on that one, fighting through the defense on that one for the basket. As we're going to have Randall here bringing it up. It's a 35-20 game here. As Fedor has it here. Gets it down to Fellows. Back to Fedor. Takes the 3, and he knocks that one down. Fellows there with the assist as it's now 35-23 game here. As Justice here is going to be bringing it up. He gets it to Landgraf. Landgraf cross court to Paul. To Keith. Doubled. Back to Paul. Paul shoots the 3. Not able to make that there. Fellows with the rebound. As Randall here is going to be bringing it up. Driving through the defense. Goes up. Layup and good on that one. As he fought through about 3 or 4 defenders there. Making his way over. As Pates is picking up his first foul here of the game so far. And Randall is going to try to convert the and one opportunity here. He did a great job on that one here. As Randall takes the free throw, not able to knock that down. Paul gets the rebound on that one as they're going to have Pates here bringing the ball up. He finds Justice. Justice there, driving, passes out to Landgraf. Landgraf down to Pates. Pates to Justice, who bobbled it. He got it back, though. Justice goes up, misses that one there. Paul with the rebound. He's not able to make the 2. As Randall ends up with it, as the ball goes loose there. Layup, no good on that one. Paul gets the rebound there. As Paul has 9 rebounds there so far. Justice with the 2 on that one. As far as playoff game here, Indiana's up 121-114 there. We're down to 2.5 minutes left in that one. As we're going to have Fedor here, or Fellows, sorry, bring the ball up here for the free agent crew. As they try to find Randall there. Landgraf's there for the steal. Try to force into traffic. Paul bringing it up. He's taking it solo, and 1 on that one. As that's going to be Fedor there with the foul. It's only their second foul here so far. And Paul's going to go to the line for his and 1 opportunity. Went 0 for 2 on his last trip. He's going to try to turn his fortunes around here. As we have the Pacers going to the line here. Down to 2 minutes in that one as Paul makes the free throw on that one. This is now a 40-25 game here. We're down to 15 minutes in this one. As it looks like Karl Anthony Towns is injured there for the Knicks. As Keith there gets the steal. Keith bringing it up and fouled there by Nicholas. So that's going to be 2 at the line for Keith. as Landgraf's going to be taking free throws. And for the NBA game, they're going to go to timeout there as they're looking at Cat's knee at the moment. So not a good look for the Knicks there, even if they do pull out a win in that game. As Keith makes the free throw there. The Pacers. We try to keep it fluid here when it comes to the sports we cover. NBA, NFL. I was covering the NFL draft one week. I multitask, make it work. As Keith, 2 for 2 from the line there. It's now a 42-25 game here. As Randall here is going to be bringing the ball up here for the free agent crew. As he gets it over there. Trying to find opening. Randall sets him a pick. Gets it over to him. Trying to find someone to pass it to. Fedor bobbles it, and that's going to be a turnover there. So they're going to have the ball there. Justice here is going to have it here. Gives it over to Keith, who takes the midi. Not able to make that land grab there. Gets the and one on that one off the rebound. He's going to go to the line for his free throw there. It's now a 44-25 game here. He's going to try to make it a 20-point game here after this made free throw. As he makes the free throw there. As Randall here is going to be bringing it up. He's going to get the pick from Nicholas there. They switched Paul onto him, who, if you remember, like I said, last week was playing some lockdown defense there. Never mind, they're not going man up. Still got it running a 2-3 zone here. So we'll see if they're going to try to attack the middle there and find the hole in the zone as Landgraf gets in there for another steal. As he's going to be bringing it up. Gets it over to Pates. Pates pump fakes back to Landgraf, who shoots the 2, and he knocks the 2 down there. Pates with the assist on that one. As Fedor takes that, and he knocks down the 3 there. Now 47-28 game here. As Justice here is going to lead the charge here for Still Got It. Finds Landgraf. Landgraf gets to Keith. Keith goes up with it and gets the 2 on that one. Landgraf with the assist. As he's been the main scorer here for this team so far. As Fedor has it here. He takes the deep 3. Not able to make that one there. Landgraf with the rebound. As Justice here leading the charge, double clutch layup, not able to make that there. He wants a foul, none called. As we're going to have some substitutions here, as Kristen, Amit, Malcolm, and Wong are checking in, so they're going to be almost doing a full sub out. So they're going to be checking in. As they get it out to Keith, who gets to Wong. To Malcolm. Malcolm there gets over to Kristen. So they're passing around here on the outside. Malcolm pulls the 3. Not able to knock that 3 down on that one. As we got Randall here bringing the ball up. Gets the pick. Randall pulls it up. Not able to make that there. And that's going to be green ball there as Teddy could not secure that rebound and it went out of bounds there. As they get it over, they shoot it, and Nicholas knocks down the 3 on that one. As Logan, it seems like our shooter there might be working his way up, as Randall there gets the steal on that one. They're going to be bringing it up. Fellows has it here. As they get it over. Fedor with the 3, not able to knock that down. And that's going to be going out of bounds here. So Still Got It here is going to have the ball. For our NBA playoff game, Indiana's up 122-114 with 144 left. As back to this game here, Wong is going to bring it up. He passes it over to Malcolm. Malcolm pulls the three. Not able to knock that one down there. Fellows ends up with the rebound there. As Fellows here is going to be leading the charge. He gets over to Nicholas. Nicholas finds Randall. Randall open, goes up with the two. Not able to make it as Malcolm came back in that one. But he gets the rebound and then misses in another two there. As Fellows shoots the three, not able to make that there. Randall gets the rebound, not able to make that one there. As Malcolm there is tough defense on that one. Keith leading the charge here to Kristen, not able to go for it though there. That's turnover. As we have Ernest checking into the game for the first time. See this warm-up close so far tonight, but he's checking in here. As that doesn't make it any easier as Ernest is a double-double machine here for Still Got It so far in the season here. See, it looks like he's playing with a finger injury of some sort as well, as I see his two fingers wrapped up. Somebody jammed it or something in between games here. As Randall has it here. We're down to 8.5 minutes left in this one. Passes it to Fedor there. As Nicholas has it, he's doubled, loses it, no, hangs on, gets it out to Randall. Randall pump fake, striving to his right, layup, gets through the defense and makes the two. Great job by Randall on that one to get the two on there. Double clutching through the defense for the basket. As Kristen has it here, gets it over to Ernest, down to a meet fadeaway and makes that one there. Ernest there with the assist, as it is a 51-33 game here. We're down to 8 minutes left in this one. As Fedor here gives it over to Randall. Randall finds Fellows. Fellows backing down the way bigger defender. Fadeaway jumper, not able to make that there. As Ernest there got the rebound. He passes it up court to Kristen. Kristen not able to make the two on that one. As Fedor there gets the rebound, that's his fifth. He's bringing it up, loses it, able to get the ball back, passes it out, and Kristen ends up with the ball there for the steal. As she gives it over to Malcolm. We're down to 7.5 minutes here. As Wong gets it over to Malcolm. Malcolm not able to make the two there. As Nicholas there gets the rebound. He's going to be bringing it up. Half spins. Goes up with the shot. Not able to make that there. Ernest with the rebound. He passes it up to Malcolm off the leg there of the defender. Back to Teddy there, who gives it to Malcolm, who pulls the three, and he knocks that one down. Teddy with the assist there. As free agents there take their second of their 3 timeouts now. We're down to 6:58 here left in this game. 54-33 lead here so far for Still Got It. As while we're waiting here during this timeout break, Pacers are up 126-116 with about 23 seconds. So this game looks as good as over, and Indiana will probably take a 3-1 lead here in this series. As the Knicks are starting to foul here. As Justin, we'll see if you're going to be here for the summer season. The real question is, are you signed up there is really the real question, because I'm going to want to try to see the team that you're going to have running out here with you. That's also a nice little reminder there is if you're interested in joining either our 18+ or our 35+ summer league there, signups are now currently open. That's going to be on our, if you go on ironpeaksc.com, under our adult sports tab, we have a tab there for the summer programs for all of our adult leagues there, as we offer sports like these 2 basketball leagues that you see here on our streams, dodgeball, softball, and soccer. So if you're interested in any one of those sports, feel free to look on our website there to sign up for those. As in the next few weeks, the next month or two, that season is going to be starting up there. As we're back in this game, Randall here going to be bringing the ball up here for the free agent crew. As he's going to be surveying his options here. Pass it over to Fedor. Fedor pulls the three. He knocks that one down as Fedor has been making his shots here. High volume, but he has been making the deep shots that he's been taking so far. As Ernest has it here. Passes it to Kristen. Kristen for the two. Kristen knocks down the two there. Ernest with the assist. 2, it was a 2. Yeah, the ref called it 2. As Randall here is going to bring it up there. Gets it over to Fellows. Fellows to Nicholas. Tries to get down there, finds Randall. Randall goes up and gets the 2 there. As Nicholas there gets the assist on that one. It's now a 56-38 game here. We're down to 6 minutes as they find Paul. Paul pulls the 3. Not able to make that there. And Meet with the rebound. Not able to make the 2, though. As Randall got the rebound on that one, he's going to be taking his time here, bringing it up. Like I said, this whole free agent team must be gassed as they've been playing 4v5 here all game. As Fedor misses that one there. But you got to give him credit for still fighting through this whole game so far here. As Malcolm has it in the corner. He pulls the 3. Not able to make that there as Randall's going to secure his 10th rebound there. As Randall here is going to be bringing it up. Going up against the Meat there. Driving to his right. Passes out to Fellows. Fellows with the 3. Not able to make that there. That's going to be green ball. You guys subbing? That was a good call by the ref, as that did hit Ernest's hand there by the sideline. So free agents are going to have the ball here. As we have Kristen, Ernest, and Amit getting subbed out. We have pretty much a starting lineup checking themselves back in here for Still Got It. Even with the 18-point lead here, we're down to about 4.5 minutes here. As they get down, Fedor takes the 3. Not able to make that there as Malcolm pulls down the rebound. As Malcolm throws it up court to Paul. Paul passes out of the wide open midi. Keith wasn't fully ready for it, and that's going to be a turnover there as Fellows gets a steal. Passes it up to Nicholas, to Fedor. Fedor open 3, not able to make that there. Nicholas, though, gets the rebound. As Nicholas takes it there, and that's going to go out of bounds there off the missed 3. Down to about 4 minutes left here. As Malcolm there gives it over to Keith, to Landgraf, down to Justice. Justice goes up and gets the 2 on that one with the assist from Landgraf. It's now a 20-point lead here. 4 Still Got It. As Randall has it here, hop steps, layup, not able to make that. Rebounds his own shot though. And tries to pass it out there. Not able to get the rebound there. Justice ends up with it. Justice to Keith, to Paul. Paul layup, no good. Justice with the rebound. He's not able to put it back up and in. And then does there after he rebounds his own shot. It's now a 60-38 game here, so clock is going to be running here. Not enough for Mercy Rule though, as Fellows takes the 3. Not able to make that there. 25 for Mercy. As Justice goes up with it and gets the 2 there. Keith with the assist on that one. As that might be all she wrote here. Gotta commend Still Got It. Or sorry, gotta commend Free Agent Crew. They've had a valiant effort here. So like I said, they've been playing with 4. Probably gassed the whole game here. So the fact that for a good half of this game they were able to make it competitive is definitely something you gotta commend them for here. As Randall pump fakes. Fadeaway jumper, not able to make that there. Landgraf there gets the rebound. As he's going to be pushing it up, finds Paul, and Paul gets the 2 on that one. Landgraf gets the assist. As we're down to 2 minutes there. As Fellows gets it over to Randall, no. He pulls it, not able to make that there. As Landgraf here is going to be bringing it up. And the refs are going to call game there. It is a 64-38 win here for Still Got It. As, if I'm not mistaken, they have secured themselves the second place spot here in the rankings here for the league here so far, as that win's definitely going to put them above. We'll see how Hartford Funding does against Out of Shape, but assuming they continue their undefeated streak there, Still Got It's going to move their way up into the second spot there in our standings here. And that's going to be big come playoff time. As either way though, folks, we had a great set of games there between all 4 of these teams that played tonight. Remember, on Thursday we have another slate of games here as we are going to have the free agent squad against G League there for our 18+ league, and our 35+ league is going to have Hartford Funding against Out of Shape. So 2 nice sets of games there. As we will see you on that Thursday. Either way though, folks, have a good night.